to. I'm Lukman Shadrach from Hilaal TV, and it's another cooking show on the Ramadan series. Today we've invited back Chef Mujahid Francis. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. It's good to be back, Lukman. It's very good to be back in the kitchen again.
Well, I tell you what, some of your previous dishes were just absolutely amazing, and I no doubt that this one is going to be just as delicious as well. What are we making today, Chef?
So today we have a simple dish, simple but effective. We're making some nice butter chicken today.
Ooh, lovely.
As you can smell in front of you, it's incorporated with a lot of flavor, and some chicken, some dhania, and it's all going to come together at the end of it to make a beautiful butter chicken dish.
Fantastic. Run us through the ingredients, Chef.
Okay, so in front of you we have some chili powder, we have some cumin, then we have some jeera, some chili flakes, and some turmeric. All of that goes together as our dry mixture. And then we have the chicken, of course, which is the main part of the dish. Some onions, some full cream. You can also use low-fat milk, but obviously the more fat, the more flavor, unfortunately.
For sure.
But that's the way it goes. Some coconut and then some tomato paste as well. And that would be the wet mixture. So as we go along, I'll teach you guys the dry mixture and the wet mixture when it comes together to make a nice butter chicken dish. And then some butter as well.
Fantastic.
And a full block of butter will be used today.
Okay, and then we've got some bulk a bit later, but for now, let's.
Can I get
we've
started?
got the chicken.
Yes.
Sliced, diced.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to butterfly your chicken first, as I did here. So butterflying means to just slice it open in the middle, and then you turn it on its side, and there we go. It should represent the butterfly basically. And then we cube him up because the cubes cooks evenly. So this is what you're looking for over there.
Gotcha.
Right? Cooks evenly, cooks quick. We're looking for that quick, easy meals for Ramadan because iftar time is such a rush. And we don't want to rush. That's the thing. There we go. So we cube him up, and after we cube him up, we toss him with the others. So it depends on how much people you have cooking for. I would normally just use just under a kg of chicken, so which is like 4 chicken fillets. That would cook for a family of 4 to 5. And this butter chicken, it goes very far. Okay. So it's a nice saucy dish. Nice. So once your chicken is cubed up, you leave it to the side, and then we go in with the butter. Butter, we use a full block of butter. But like I said if you watch the previous episodes, I said that we need to layer our dishes. We don't just throw everything in at once. Gotcha. You know? We're more modern. So lay him up, full block of butter. This is where the flavor comes from. Right? And this goes directly into the dish, into the pot. Stunning. There we go. Listen to him dance. Listen to him go. Listen
to him go. Singing at the moment.
That's good. Okay, so while that is cooking, you can add in your onions as well. So your onions and your butter gets nice and caramelized. Caramelized or caramelized, depends on
which side of the train tracks
you know what I mean. I prefer caramelized, but when I'm cooking, it's caramelized. I tend to roll my R's. I don't know why. It's intense. So butter goes in with the onion. Let's toss the onion in.
A nice hot pot as well, Chef.
Yes, nice hot pot. Nice hot pot. And also we're using 2 onions.
I see.
2 onions diced up, nice and thin. If I could show you a close up, this is what we're looking for.
Consistency we're looking for. Nice. Okay.
Okay. We'll just stir this up and wait for it to get brown. Nice in there.
This is such a a dish that every home would like to have. Butter chicken. It's become very famous. There's various variations of it. Some people put they make a bit of a chicken kitchery, they call it, where they put tamarind in it as well.
I'm familiar.
Very nice.
This dish particularly I picked up when I stayed in Crawford again. If you remember the episode before, Auntie Suraya. There we go. Yes. But you see, the thing is, his son, a friend of mine, Umar, he used to make us food a lot. He was actually the chef in the house. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't me. I only found my culinary skills later on in my life. He was. I think the first time we met, he made me a panini with this mad tikka chicken sauce and everything. And I was like, bruh,
where have you been?
Why are you an accountant? Like, you would just be a chef. And then funny turn of events, I'm now the chef and he's
still the accountant.
Still the accountant, And then he made the butter chicken dish. And as soon as I opened my restaurant and I told him, look here, you need to give me the recipe. I must buy it from you, whatever it may be.
Right.
But I need it. Awesome. And then, I've been trying. I don't make it as well as he does. But we're trying,
Of course. Okay, so how do we pack this dish together, Chef?
Okay, so once the onions are nice and caramelized, nice translucent, we go in with the chicken. And then we get the chicken a nice consistency. It needs to be nice and tender. We don't want to make it too dry because obviously dry chicken is not really that tasty.
Of course.
Then, while that is cooking, we would add in our spices. The spices goes in there. The spices gets nice incorporated with the chicken.
Okay.
And then on top of it goes in the coconut milk and everything else.
Okay.
And then also that's the traditional way of making it.
Right.
But now, since I've been a chef for like, I think 2-3 years now, obviously we try to incorporate our own dishes. I add in yogurt now. So what I do is, I take the yogurt and just open this up. You're going to use 2 to 3 spoons of yogurt.
Okay.
Right in there with the chicken.
Okay.
So this will make for a nice marinade. So normally what I would do is I would leave it overnight.
Yes,
So
to just set in.
Exactly. Will it sit in with the spices?
I remember my mom used to make biryani and she would let her chicken overnight.
Yes, exactly.
That's
the case. Then with the yogurt itself, I would add in the spices.
Okay.
So a tablespoon of each spice, so heaped.
Okay.
So there we go. In turmeric. Then we go in that with the koljana, heaped as well, over there. Then the cumin, crushed up, nicely heaped. And then the chili powder.
Okay.
You don't have to add a lot of chili powder in, but it is you know, if you like your food on the stronger side of life.
Right.
Because we add in the chili powder and the chili flakes.
Gotcha.
Alright? That goes in. Now, this is where the fun part comes in. This is where you can incorporate the dish with your kids. You tell them, listen, come, bring your hands here, and come massage the spices into the chicken. And that's what I'm about to do. Let me just check on this beforehand. Okay, so now that all the butter is melted with the chicken, or with the onions, I would add in the rest of the butter.
Okay. Ah.
Yeah, it's a lot of butter. It's butter chicken. You know what I mean? So we need to have a lot of butter in there. So while that is busy,
chef, now we're going to mix the spices.
Yes, so we go in with our hands. Make sure your hands are nice and clean.
Okay.
We go in and we massage the chicken with the spices. Normally people like to use a spoon or a wooden spoon to go in here, but I like to use my hands, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Best utensils ever.
It's the best utensil. Like the Chinese, they have a nice philosophy about using your hands. So when they make noodles, they use their hands, and they say that each tip of the finger is like an eye on its own. So they close their eyes and they do this, and then they feel like, you know, where you need to press. And it's mad. You can pick up a lot from the from
I
the
think
Chinese
that's where
culture.
that movie comes from.
Which one?
Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, no? Most definitely it is. There we go. So if you see it right now, this is what you're looking for. Get that consistency over there. Nice in. So you would cover this with a piece of cling wrap and put it into the fridge.
Okay.
That's if you want to be nice and extra and you want your food to pack a punch, but you can use it immediately like how we're about to do now.
Okay.
So I just need to wash my hands because this is quite...
Okay, chef, so now we have our dania.
Yes, we have our dania. So like I said, just a little rule of thumb when cutting anything basically, we do a 3-finger rule.
Okay.
So this is how the chefs in the modern kitchens go. So they have the middle finger and the index finger and the ring finger, like that.
Okay.
And what protects yourself from cutting your finger is the knuckle.
Oh, your knuckle.
Yeah, the nail, in general, but in cutting it would be the knuckle.
Gotcha.
So this is what you want to do. So if you look at that gap there in the middle, so every time you cut, you won't cut your finger.
Gotcha.
Right? You can go nice and slow first,
Yeah.
but you can pick it up afterwards.
Okay.
But yeah, so dania on, and you don't want to hurt your dania, so you go in nice and slow. Right? So when you lift the dania off the dish, off the cutting board, you have none of the juices on there as well. So all of that flavor it stays in there, because you see, if you watch closely, I'm not going to mention any names of some chefs, they cut very fast, but then all of the flavor is laying on the cutting board. You don't want the flavor on the cutting board, you want it inside.
Especially with dania.
Exactly, and if you can smell it by now, smell that.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Freshness.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is finished. Now we're just going to wait for our chicken to cook finish, and then once that is done, we can go in with the wet mixture and the dania on top of there, and we should be ready. We should be ready quite soon.
Okay.
Just feel the handles. Always feel the handles when you're working with fire. You know, you don't want to burn yourself.
Yes.
Okay, it's too hot for me, so I'll go in with a cloth like that, and then feast your eyes on my butter chicken.
Oh wow.
Oh, good.
Stunning.
Cloud of flavor, basically.
Stunning.
Okay.
That's delish.
And to finish it off, just give it a nice stir because it's still bubbling.
Okay.
To finish it off, we have some dania. Right, dania goes in on the top like that.
Okay.
Just like that.
Nice. Oops.
I burnt myself, but that you need to burn yourself in the kitchen. That's what you need to burn to learn. That's the case. If you're not burning yourself, you're doing it wrong. We tell you that. And we just give it another stir, and then it should be finished and ready to serve. So today we're serving it with some nice flatbread, courtesy of Chef
Nabil. Nabil Roberts.
Chef Nabil Roberts, and who cooked us some nice flatbread before this.
Great.
Perfectly cooked.
Okay.
Right, so if I can dish you, can I?
Yes,
can I
go for it, Chef.
Just put this over here, we don't want to miss. Oops. There we go. Plating is very important. It's like when you do a culinary course, like for 7 years,
yes,
there's 1 year just on plating.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm actually lying. I don't know how long it takes to plate, but it's a super. You need to learn how to do it, you know.
Of course.
So there we go. That's not what you want on the side. Just wipe that off for you. It's kind of a soup like that. So I just dish myself as well.
I see some chili flakes in there.
You know what I mean?
The dania is coming through nicely.
There we go. There we go. Just another spoon. I'm not that hungry, so I'm just going to dish myself a little bit.
Okay.
And then, to top it off, beautiful piece of garnish on top of it for you.
Stunning.
The garnish adds another 20 rand onto the dish. So it takes it from like a 80 rand dish to a
100 rand dish.
100 rand dish.
Brilliant.
And there we go, there we have it. That is the butter chicken served with flatbread. Can be served with rice and jeera seeds as well.
Right.
But today we're having it with flatbread.
Stunning.
Dig into it, man.
Stunning. Okay, Chef, thanks for dishing this into our plates. Now to dig in and test your wonderful butter chicken.
You're my guest, go for it. Taste as well.
Oh, nice. That's stunning. Can tell you this, I haven't had butter chicken like this before. That's for sure.
So it gets you, no? The chili gets you at the end.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Oh, bro, look at that.
And then some bread in as well. This is some lovely garlic flatbread.
Yes, of course. Courtesy of Chef
Nabil Roberts.
Nabil Roberts. I keep on forgetting his name, but that's the one. My favorite dish to make, aside from mac and cheese, would be this.
Okay.
Oh, it's lovely.
And you didn't take too long. You know, normally people think butter chicken takes very long. So many dimensions to it.
About 7 or 8 flavors, I think. With the cumin, the jeera, tomato paste, dry and wet mixture. It's quick. It's really not long. Chicken generally takes quicker to make things.
And it's so nice with the dania as well, because you find that coming through at the end.
Like for me.
Chef, jazakallah so much.
No problem. Go.
Really appreciate it. Beautiful dish. Viewers, I hope you followed closely. And when you do try these dishes, send it to us. Let us know how they turned out in your kitchen. From all of us at Hilaal TV and the Cooking Show, have a great afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.